Well, I'm really keen now whenever I meet a United fan. I mean, we're meeting the next fan, as we mentioned it, a United fan, Anderson. I'm keen to know, what does he think about Mourinho's playing style? That's all, full stop. I don't want to know if he likes Mourinho. I don't want to know anything. I just want to know what he's seeing across television, or has he travelled to the stadium? Does he like it or not?
Well, when you ask that question, I have a question for Anderson. After he answers your question, because football is a very fickle game.
Absolutely.
Very fickle game. And winning
changes a lot.
Winning cures all. Winning does cure all.
Winning challenges people's values, beliefs.
Of course it does. Of course it does. So I can't wait for you to ask that question to Anderson and me to ask him the question. Hi Anderson, how are you? I'm fine, Thank you.
Anderson,
yes, hi.
Straight into it. I'm just got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
I told Kevin that this is my first question.
All right.
When you see across the television screen, or when you're out down at Old Trafford, or whether away grounds to watch Manchester United,
okay,
do you like what you're seeing this season from what United have produced, especially of late?
Especially of late.
Yeah.
So
just talking purely on what football they're playing.
No, this season.
Yeah.
Oh, this season or what?
This season.
Okay, they started well.
Oh yeah.
Everybody saw that. They had the swagger. They had the
goals,
you know, and the late goals especially, and it gave us, the United supporters, a sense of belief and hope. But unfortunately, the last month, I don't know what happened. And
so you're not liking what you're seeing, is it?
I'm not liking what I see. And of course, when you don't do well, the knives are out, isn't it? The coach, the players, the club, how it's run, and everyone's an Einstein to come up with their.
If you were given a choice of your personal way of watching your favorite club play, what would be your choice?
As in formation, or
in the way they play their football. I mean, you're seeing City right now, you've seen Arsenal yesteryears. What would be your personal choice? Or how Mourinho has played his football to win? Which is your preference?
Am I allowed to criticize the manager?
Of course you are. You're entitled to your opinions. That's why we're here.
Okay. I'm not a fan of Mourinho in the first place, because I believe he buys success. All the clubs he's gone through, and very rarely he develops a youth player. Very rarely. But then again, I think this is the time of the game now, where money is everything, compared to in the 80s or 90s, where people develop youth. Arsene Wenger, Ferguson, Brian Clough, etc. And they believe in the youth system. And maybe they didn't have a choice, but when you believe in someone and you give them that trust, they will produce, especially as a unit. But Mourinho seems to be, I mean, it's not that you can't buy, but especially now, he keeps saying that money is not enough, the cash is not enough. How much is enough?
What's right about Mourinho, Kevin?
Look, I believe one of the caveats in Mourinho's contract was he had to give youth a chance.
Yes, right.
Look at Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard has been playing fantastic this season.
Yep.
Tuan Zabi, he's in and around it. Fossil Mensah is on loan at Crystal Palace to get. I believe
enough
they might
time,
to get developed.
Yeah.
I believe they might call him back.
Yeah, because Valencia is out.
Because Valencia is out.
True.
Fossil Mensah gives that athleticism. But for me, and I have a question for you, Anderson, is do you take the success or do you take the pretty football? Because there's a load of managers who are playing pretty football who haven't won anything.
True.
And Mourinho, he's been successful with Manchester United already.
Yeah.
Last season, he put the trophies.
But it never lasts.
But he put the trophies in front of the team.
Agreed.
Team picture. Look, so which one do you choose?
Kevin, United United have been spoiled. It's a very unique club in that way. They've had a manager who's brought not only trophies, brought excitement. You've watched it. You've played against them.
Yes.
And it's
but we're talking now,
it's
remember?
Been consistency.
Yeah,
but
we're talking about now.
They've been spoiled. And he comes from that year.
Yeah, but we're talking about today.
Yeah, true.
Would you take the success or would you take the playing style?
I'll take the pretty football.
I'll take
I
both.
take the success.
I'll take both.
Wait, you can't have both.
in a way, I believe if Mourinho was not in United, you won't get Pogba coming back. You won't get Zlatan.
True.
You won't even get Mickey. You know, so in a way, he has done that something good for us, that we have this.
He's
stars.
attracting the players.
Exactly.
300 million, good that you touched, not enough. You agree?
Sorry?
300 million spent.
Not enough?
Only
Not
Mourinho
enough.
or
Not enough.
the last 2-3 years?
Oh, Mourinho.
Not enough.
Mourinho has spent
Not
300 million.
Not enough.
Compared to Pep,
Pep Guardiola, how much has Pep
I
spent?
think 400 plus, is it?
It's
Or
480 if I'm not mistaken.
So, Manchester City have won more titles than Manchester United in the short stretch of time. Pellegrini won 2 titles. Mancini won 1. So that's 3 titles in that time span where United have been floundering a little bit. In order to get back to the top, you have to spend that money because unfortunately there is no class of 92 coming through anymore, which were fantastic, saved the club millions.
Yes.
Probably billions, made the club billions.
Yeah, made a couple billion.
Made the club billions. But now they're at a crossroad. They had David Moyes. Let's be honest, they had David Moyes.
Louis van
and they had Louis van Gaal. Louis van Gaal won your FA Cup, but it's not good enough for this football club. Mourinho has come with a cup and he's come with
Europa League.
The Europa Cup
That's right.
to get you back in the Champions League. Right, so now you've jumped a level. Are you going to spend to
But
stay there?
is this coming out at a point where you feel it's more an excuse? Why has he not come out early in the season and say we need to spend more? I've not had enough.
I think
We're
he
gonna
did.
go on. We're gonna go on.
He did with the Perisic.
Perisic?
deal. Yeah.
Only Perisic.
Yeah, only that. Because
Only
I think-
Perisic. But now he's saying he needs
Some more.
recruitments in a lot of departments.
Yeah.
Gauging it like a normal, ordinary person. Mid-season, oh, I failed here. Instead, because that's why he
In that
gets the
sense, I
big
don't
buck.
agree. Because
Yeah,
at the
because
start of
almost
season,
like it's
yeah.
coming out. I'm just saying the timing. I'm not off late. I'm not playing good football.
We're going to battle on this.
Yeah, off late. I'm not playing good football. Oh, I've got to spend more.
Yeah.
It's
Suddenly.
almost like an excuse, isn't it?
It is. And it's not right, you know.
Okay.
That's one thing about him, sorry, yeah. And also, I believe a manager should not lambast their players in the media.
Throw them under
You
the
should
bus.
take
Good point.
the blame in total. You keep blaming the players, especially in the media. It's not
Anderson,
right.
can I let you into a little secret?
Sure. You face your managers.
Now, can I let you into a little secret?
Yeah.
The Mourinho you see in front of the camera is not the Mourinho in the dressing room.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Trust me, his players are happy. His players are happy with him. When he goes in front of the media, he has this aura and persona.
Okay.
Not a lot of people like it, but you don't really see the players criticize him, do you?
But you
Because he's different.
But
He's
Kevin,
different.
I mean, I know. I mean, I know personally one of his assistants who is in his coaching staff right now, Firminsinho, who used to coach Kuala Lumpur in the Malaysian League, and he did say the exact same words you're saying. But my issue here, the fact that you've played in England, we know England media, doing that, all right, and then going back into the dressing room and say, you know what I did, and whatever ways, and you know how players needs man management.
It's the other way round.
But the
It's
media,
the other way
but
round.
the media do
He's in
kill
front
the
of
players.
He's in front of the team first, and then goes in front of the media.
Fine, but the media kills them.
But they're going to kill them anyway.
No, but a manager like Mourinho pointing out Luke Shaw wasn't good enough last season.
Yeah, it
He's
wasn't.
not doing enough.
No, but it wasn't.
Yeah, but that's not protecting.
No, but
How
can you
about
protect?
Mickey? How about Mickey this last few games? I mean, of
Yeah,
course.
but
he's got-
look, we have to be realistic as well. If a player hasn't been playing well, how are you going to dress it up that he is playing well? He's not.
But you know, Anderson, coming from the point that Louis van Gaal had problem in that defense, despite being very defensive, right? And at that point when Mourinho picked one out of that back four, it felt like it was almost a scapegoat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was faltering centre backs. They couldn't pick a centre back week in, week out, a pairing. You knew that. They had to change it. And he picked out one out of that back four.
Yeah.
You could have said defense. You could have said
midfield
anything.
or
Yeah,
a striker
defensive
who's not performing.
midfielder.
Yeah, but you see, again, we're speaking from a position from the outside.
Okay.
He's on the inside. He deals with these players every day.
Day in, day out, yeah.
And not everybody responds to the same talk. Some players need to kick up the backside.
True.
Some players need a hug. Some players you need to leave alone. Jose Mourinho has been working out what he needs to do to certain players to get them to play.
In a way, are you saying that he is saying all this, he's saying what the media wants to hear?
He does things to motivate, yeah. Because he doesn't do it with every player. You see certain players, when Pogba was going through a tough time, he put his arm around Pogba.
And the most noticeable one in recent times is Lukaku. He's been protecting him.
Yeah, but because he knows Lukaku, start of the season to now, what's the difference? Lukaku had service at the start of the season. Hey, I'm speaking up for Manchester United. You should be speaking up. But
I'm getting your point.
But as a striker, Lukaku, his game has been very good. But he hasn't been getting the opportunities because the service
Have you been
there.
happy with Lukaku? Let's put the whole season into context.
Yeah, he's okay for the first season. I think he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Like what he says, there's no service. And playing one up front, you know, it's not easy.
Do you see Lukaku at United more than 3 years?
Yeah, of course.
You do?
He's still young.
Oh, I don't.
But I think when he bought Lukaku, everybody had that image of Drogba, the playing style.
Yeah.
But if he has a good feeder, because Mickey has been out of form.
You're a
and
huge
Mickey was the
Lukaku
one
fan.
supplying him with all the. But with Pogba coming in like this morning's game, if Pogba can do what he does with Lukaku back, I'm sure we'll score the goals again.
Many things have changed. The noisy neighbours now are above you.
Because they play the
For a
right
while.
football.
And
For a while.
but that's whether they're playing good football or they're not playing good football. The fact that your biggest rival is above you creates the vacuum.
The vacuum, yeah.
He creates the vacuum. So when Mourinho looks at the 300 million he spent and he looks across the road, they're above him because they've spent 100 million on 2 fullbacks and they've spent 400 and something million. All of a sudden, that gap, I've got to address the gap as quickly as I can. Can I address it by developing players, or do I address it by getting the likes of Perisic or Griezmann or whatever? I think the latter. That's why he's saying, I need money.
Maybe.
What do you think, Anderson?
Maybe, but look at Pep, how he has developed Fabian Delph.
Yeah.
Right?
But he's an international player.
Yeah, but he was
Out of
on
the
his
cold.
way out, actually.
Yeah, but he's an international player.
And he's not a left back by
No,
choice, isn't it?
He's not a left back,
Yeah.
but he stood in and done a fantastic job. Fantastic job. But
It's like what Mourinho is doing with Ashley Young.
Ashley Young, another international player. So
So you're saying the experience they have.
yeah, of course. Ashley Young has been fantastic this season, I believe. How many players, if you look at Manchester City squad and you look at United squad, when everybody's fit, United will challenge them. But when everybody's not fit, you get a dip. And you bring in players who ain't quite there yet. and for Manchester United, that's difficult to take.
They have the players on the bench. Last night alone, how many of them are there? No, they have, I'm sure.
Rashford should have started.
So, are you a Mourinho fan? No. Are you a Mourinho fan? Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Anderson. That's a
I
pleasure.
like your manager. I like your manager. You should like him too.
Yeah, by
See, you
virtue of
always
no choice.
tell at the end of the season.
It was a good experience meeting Kevin and Stan, who I always only see them on TV. And it's good that we share our thoughts on United, even though he's an Arsenal fan. Of course, different people have different views. And like I said earlier, everyone's an Einstein when it comes to criticizing a manager or a team. But at the end of the day, talking about football is always good and it gives the heart a pump. So I'm glad I'm here and I'm glad that Astro has given me a choice to do this. Cheers, thanks.